This is the next lesson in this lawnmower racing quick start guide. What I'm going to show here, this is not part of this build that I'm working through. I told you that I'm going to walk through building this IMO racing mower for this season. But I've had some people request the live axle. And so what I want to show here is I've got half of a live axle built. And so I'm just going to take a minute and walk through and show you what's done with the live axle. What we do here is we get a 1-inch piece of keyed stock, and it's an axle. You can pick that up from any of the machine shops or online. Look in the resources guide, look in the catalog, and they have these 1-inch axle pieces. And what we do is we mount a bearing. This is a bearing assembly you can pick up. And then what we'll have here is we will have a sprocket and a brake. Now, this is not this IMO class. I mean, you can do this. It's not part of this quick start guide, but like I say, I've had people request to go over it, so I'm going through it. You can either do the transaxle, which is what I'm working on the machine we've been going through with, but because I'm here and we got this, I'm going to show you this live axle. Now, this is a live axle right here that's set up on a smaller machine, and as you can see, you've got your axle, you've got a bearing carrier right out here, and you've got your brake mechanism, mechanical brake. You can do hydraulic brakes, and you've got your drive sprocket. Now, the key to these machines is this right here. These transmissions, these are what they call a right angle transmission. You find these in your older rear engine type mowers. So if you're out looking through the classifieds and you see a little rear engine mower and it's older, chances are high it'll have one of these. These are the key to this live axle thing. So this is a 4-speed. It's a foot 4-speed. This one here, what is this?
It's a Dana Spicer.
This is a Dana Spicer. And these are the highly coveted, the Tecumseh Peerless. You'll have the Tecumseh Peerless 500 or 700. And when I say they're right angle, what it is this right here will have your pulley on it. That will line up with your motor. And then inside, it turns around and makes that transition, so you've got the circular of the motion or the motor, and then this will go to this sprocket and you'll have a chain drive down to your axle. So that's about all I'm going to cover on them in this quick start guide. As we go on further and build the higher end machines, you know, maybe I'll get into these a little more in depth. There's a lot of tricks you can do with these, make them stable. You pull them apart, put bearings in them instead of bushings, that type of stuff, so they can handle the loads. But like I say, I've had people ask about them. That's what a live axle is. So when I reference live axle, that's kind of what you're looking at, is that solid axle, chain drive. You have to have one of these right angle transmissions, and it actually does bring your machine right to life. It's kind of amazing what it'll do. So, but that's about all I've got for this. Just figured I'd touch on it while I've got one here to show.